You have just finished editing a high quality, high class, sensational TikTok video. Great visual effects, great sound effects, great pacing, great everything. It is a perfect 10 out of 10 video. However, you then begin to spend 20 minutes finding one song. And then you find a few songs. But even then, you just can't decide what song should I actually use for this TikTok video. This video will teach you how to find the perfect TikTok song in as little as 5 minutes using one main core strategy followed by 3 simple and actionable tactics. Let's get started. First, we need to understand the reason why you cannot find the right song fast. The reason is simple. It's because you haven't exposed yourself to enough music. Now, because you have a lack of musical exposure, it's then going to be difficult for you to actually think and actually process certain songs in your mind. This will in turn affect the output quality of your video because you cannot think of a good song for it. So as a result of not having a broad enough musical exposure and not being able to think of the right song, you're then going to resort to a lot of these old, outdated, and frankly brain-dead musics and song choices that honestly the viewer that is watching your video does not want to hear. The viewer hates the songs that you are using right now. They hate the old, outdated, and frankly brain-dead songs that you are using because you do not have that broad musical exposure yet. Now that we've actually uncovered the problem, let's actually dive into the solution. The key focus to becoming better and faster at your music selection is by understanding why it exists. The reason it exists is to convey a specific emotion to the viewer. Now honestly, you likely don't think about this when you're making your content, which is why it becomes difficult to actually find the right song. So once you know and understand what your clip is about, you need to think ahead of time and ask yourself, what specific emotion does this clip convey to the viewer? For example, is it curiosity? Is it sadness? Is it motivation? Is it hope? And then from there, you need to find as many songs as possible in order to bridge that gap and provide the missing piece for the video. The first step of the strategy is to expose yourself to more music. So right now, as you can see, I'm currently on TikTok. This is my newest TikTok page at Godwin Gentleman. If you want to learn a lot about short form video editing in a short form video format, follow this page. I would highly recommend you do that right now. Find your favorite content creators on TikTok and YouTube. So right now, basically, I'm going to go onto the main page and basically I'm about to type in Low. I just typed in Low. This is him. You just appeared on the TikTok search. I'm gonna follow him. I chose Low for this example because I really like his content. And also, he uses a lot of really good music selection, music choices. I'm literally gonna find a video that's actually know about that I watched in the past. Yeah, exactly. This one's really good. So right now, watching the video, as you can see on the screen, very good editing by Low. However though, this one's probably not a great example because with his music, he usually puts the creator of the song, but this one's just original sound. So I'll find a different example that we can use. Yeah, this one's very good. So this video, as you can see on the screen, this one's very good. Brent Faiyaz song. This song is basically Brent Faiyaz. So this is actually perfect. So this is Brent Faiyaz's best time song. I'm gonna save it right now. I like that song and I could possibly use it on a TikTok video. Just bookmarked it, added to favorites. Nice. So once you've found a few videos from your favorite creators, I would highly recommend that you watch and pay attention to the song choices that they consistently use, because that can be an indicator for what types of artists they like. And if you like those artists, you can start to incorporate that into your own music, hence creating your own musical genre category for your brand. Once you've actually found certain songs that you really like, go on to Spotify. This is my current Spotify, and basically go to a new playlist and create a completely new playlist and just call it creators songs, something like that. Once you've actually made that playlist, then the next thing you can do is actually type in the songs that you were just watching on TikTok. So for example, since we were just watching Low's video, I would type in Brent Faiyaz best time. That song is really good, to be honest. Low has really good music taste. So yeah, basically I type that in, put it into creator songs, and then boom. Like you can see, added to creator songs. Again, the reason why you want to save it to a Spotify playlist is so then you just have a repertoire, a category of musics, of songs that you can use in your TikTok videos. So the second step of the strategy is to scroll the TikTok For You page for 10 minutes. Right now, as you can see, I'm screen recording once again. I'm currently on the TikTok For You page. And basically, like I said, I'm just gonna be scrolling. I'm not gonna do it for 10 minutes because I just wanna make sure this video doesn't get too long. Any songs that I find interesting, I'll just click on them. Songs that's kind of weird. Like for example, this song sounds very interesting. Now when you've actually found a song that you like, there's two things that you want to look for. The first one is the post or video volume, and the second one is the actual frequency of when these posts were made with this sound. So for example, this song, Act 2 Date at 8, this has 208.5k posts. So as you can tell, it's a very relevant song. It's a very big song, but we actually want to find out if people are currently using the song. These first 5 videos, so exclude the pinned video, this one right here, this one, and then these 3, I basically want to see when did these creators use the song, because if it's within like a week's time, that's usually like my indicator that it's good because it's still relevant and it's just still recent as well. The reason why we want a high posting volume is to show that people are actually interested in it. When it comes to me, I like to find videos that have at least 10k posts. A lot of my viral videos actually, they've had like 10k posts, so they're just like on traction to picking up, or they're about to go viral. So it's a very good indicator to see just amount of volume. But let's see. So this was December 5th, the 9th, the 19th, 16th. So in this case, this song is kind of outdated. I wouldn't want to use it simply because people just haven't really used it within like the past week. Past week, it's what I usually do. Just a good indicator to see if like people are still caring about the song. I basically found an example right now, Made For Me remix. That has 63.8k views or posts for this song. So it's pretty good. The past 5 posts, they're pretty recent. So this one, 4 days ago. This one, like last week or 2 weeks ago. 4 days ago, 1 day ago. So this is a good indication that the song is recent. People care about it right now. They want to listen to it. The song is starting to pop off. It hasn't even hit 100k yet, but some of these biggest videos, 3.8 million likes, 956k likes, 1.5 million likes, 484k likes. So clearly people want to listen to this song right now. This is a perfect example of a song. I want to save this to my add to favorites. I like the sound of it. I could possibly use it for a trend, something like that. So that said, bookmark any sound that you found that is at or above 10k posts and at least a week's posting range for the first like 4 or 5 videos. And ultimately, I just want to tell you that these songs that you bookmark, they can ultimately be seen as backup. And the reason for that is because maybe you're still building up your Spotify playlist, and also because ideally you want to use a Spotify playlist. The reason being for that is because some of these sounds on TikTok, from my personal experience, they have been taken down. They show like sound removed or something like that. So really the way to counteract that is to just not use a song that's copyrighted by a certain creator, or if you actually do get the sound removed, TikTok will give you the option to actually change the song. So that way people will still be able to hear something, which would then encourage them to actually want to watch the video. So the third and final step of this strategy is to test different songs that you've chosen. So you might have a problem of not knowing exactly the song you want to use. So for that, I'm actually going to go on my computer. I'm going to demonstrate 2 practices you can do with Spotify as well as with TikTok in your editing software. Okay, so right now I'm currently on my computer and I have Spotify open. I'm currently screen recording it. I've added a few songs to Creator's Sound playlist, so that way we can actually demonstrate this practice. A problem that you might have is you might have like 5 songs that you want to use, but you don't actually know which song to use because they're all just really good. I actually have my editing software open as well. A practice that I like to do is where I would actually have Spotify songs open in a certain playlist, and then I would literally just take the songs and actually start playing the songs, but make sure that the sound is not that loud. The reason why is so you can actually hear the main edits. So right now I also have one of my old edits up. I'm actually gonna remove this sound. Say for example, I wanted to test out best time with this edits. What I would do is make sure that the Spotify sound is not that high, but I make sure that the edits is at full volume. So I'm gonna play best time. Say I wanted to use best time for this song, and as best time is playing, I'll play
Where do you
the
see
song,
yourself in a couple years' time?
Imagine having a whole...
Turn up a little bit.
Where do you see yourself in a couple years' time?
Imagine having a whole generation of people that thought like you. They'd all go out and be millionaires, all of them. Pro footballers, pro this. They would be eating...
I'm not even gonna lie, this best time song, it could actually work with this clip. Let's say I wasn't too sure about that. I then move on to the next clip. So as you can see, it is Something by Jimmy Brown. I'll play that, and as that's playing, I would then
Where do you
play
see
this
yourself in a
video
couple
editing
years'
clip.
time?
Imagine having a whole generation of people that thought like you. They'd all go out and be millionaires, all of them. Pro footballers, pro this. They would be.
Alright, cool. So I just do like 2 examples for now, just so it doesn't get too long. But say, for example, I wanted to use something by Jimmy Brown out of all 5 of these songs. Then what I would do, because I know exactly that that is the song I want to use, I would then go onto YouTube. I would type in something Jimmy Brown. And then I would go on to Y2 Mates. That's what I use in order to convert songs. This one is good because there's a lot of like scammy ones and stuff like that. But I basically take the video link, copy and paste it into the YouTube video downloader, and from there it loads a little bit. Then it has a few options. I always choose 1080p because that's like the highest quality one. It takes a little bit to download. Downloads, I'm now downloading it onto my computer. Then once I actually have that song, I'll then bring it to this editing timeline. I'd import it from my downloads and make sure it's there, and boom, it's right there. Then I could just detach the clip from the main visual, then just choose any part of the song I want. Making sure though that actually when I put the song on, I want to make sure that the volume is not that loud. So -20 is like a good mark. You can just kind of put that underneath the song.
Where do you see yourself in a couple years?
That's basically how to do it when it comes to Spotify. And then when it comes to TikTok, it's the same process. You just want to bookmark the songs that you have and just do the same thing that we just did when it comes to Spotify. Finding the right song is all about understanding the emotion that a video conveys to the viewer, and then finding the correct song in order to match that emotion to the viewer. Like I said before, to do that, you have to first expose yourself to more music in general. So make sure you pay more attention towards the songs and sounds that your favorite creators on TikTok as well as YouTube are using in their videos. As a result of following these steps, you will then have an impactful, expansive, as well as diverse repertoire of musical choices. So then you're no longer spending 20 minutes, 30 minutes, possibly even 40 minutes to find a song. Instead, you can do it as little as 5 minutes. That said, this is how you find TikTok songs fast.